Hey everyone, so we've got a pretty exciting video today as we've just got in the new revised version of the Archangel from Cold Steel Knives. Now, the Archangel's been around for a while. It was designed by the late great Daryl Ralph. So it's a pretty iconic Balisong, and this one is made to look pretty much just like the original. There are some changes. I've seen a lot of people say it's like a one-to-one, but there's some changes that we'll go over here. So first of all, the handle, instead of being titanium, is switched over to this super lightweight blasted aluminum. So my first thought when I heard that it was aluminum was I thought that it would be super slick, but it's actually got a nice blasted texture to it. Aluminum can wear down over time though, so that might get a little bit smoother with age, especially if you drop it a lot and that texture starts to wear down. You can see it has those fluted handles. That is exactly one-to-one just like the original, but you'll see that if I flip this over, there is no pocket clip on this one. I know there have been other variants that have been made without them, but I believe the original did come with a pocket clip. Now let's go ahead and open this up. So I'm not going to claim to be the best flipper out there. Those years are quite behind me. But I will say that this feels pretty good. It does not ride on bushings. I've seen some information in videos out there claiming that these would be riding on bushings. They do not. The original didn't either. That might have just been a little bit of a mix-up. These do run on washers. I took this one apart earlier. And down there at the end, we do have a pretty common T-latch that's set up on the bite handle. Again, in some videos, it seemed like they were going to be coming out on the safe handle, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So maybe there's been some changes in the R&D since a lot of those announcements happened earlier this year. But if I go ahead and flip this onto the back, you can see that it is set up with full Torx construction, so it'll be super easy to disassemble or flip the latch if you want, because it is just a mirror. But me personally, I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. I'm not a big fan of the way it sounds, and I don't really use it for any tricks, but to each their own. Now moving up to a really cool upgrade. On the blade here, it's still in the original really nice clip point design, but it is now featuring CPM S35VN. So you're getting an incredible EDC blade steel. I know most flippers out there mostly just kind of use Bally's as a kind of like a fidget toy these days, but if you are going to be using this for your everyday cutting tasks, why not have it be something premium like S35? It has a really nice light tumble and then a high polish. It's really close to a mirror polish, actually. I can fully see my own reflection in the blade. So that is a nice upgrade over the previous version. Granted, it was quite a while ago, but the old one was in Carbon V, which at the time was really great. That was basically just like 1095 carbon steel with some extra nickel in there. I believe it's actually extremely comparable to like the chrome vanadium that Case has been using for a long time. Now, as is the case with most like mid-range and high-range Balisongs, this is going to be made in the USA. Legally, all Balisongs that are here should be made in the USA. I believe it is still illegal to import them, but you do still see some sneak through the cracks from time to time, as I'm sure you've all seen out there. Really quickly, I wanted to go ahead and give a quick size comparison with the Kershaw Balanza. They're a pretty good seller. You can see that the Archangel has that beaten length a little bit, both in blade and handle size. And to give you some exact specs on that, let's go ahead and bring in a ruler. You can see it is right at about 10 inches overall. It's taken up almost the whole screen here. The blade's about 4.5 inches long with right at 4 inches of cutting edge, with the handle being right at about 5.5. And then some additional specs. You can see that the width of the blade itself is actually pretty narrow. It's right at about 5/8 of an inch. And then the blade stock thickness is about 1/8 of an inch as well. So just some nice technical specs in case you're curious. And then let's go ahead and weigh this bad boy. And it's pretty light with that aluminum, coming in at about pi 3.14. So that's super light compared to the Balanza, which is going to be quite a bit chunkier at 4.6, almost 4.7. So if you've been looking to upgrade your Balisong to maybe something USA made with some better blade steel, I think the iconic design of the Archangel would be a great choice. I could totally see myself flipping this one regularly. It feels pretty great. As I said, I will probably remove that T-latch and get a nice leather slip or something for it, but I think it's a great choice. So if you want to see even more information on this or pick up one for yourself, links as always are in the description box down below. They'll take you on over to gpknives.com. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts on the Archangel. And as always, stay sharp.